Hello, students. For tutorials today, we're going to go over the exit ticket, and so you can follow along. What are the domain and range f of x equals negative 24? If you go to Desmos and put in f of x equals negative 24, and then you hit the settings button and change the equation to a table, you'll see that all the values are at a negative 24. And the other thing you'll notice is that the line will be a horizontal line at f of x equals negative 4. So you can look on the graph and you will see that line going through negative 24. So notice that all the values of f of x, which are the y values, are negative 24. So this thing says, what is the domain? That's your x values, and the range, which is your f of x or y values. We see that the y values are negative 24. So we see here on this answer B that the range is negative 24, and the x values are all the values on the number line, which will be all real numbers. So the answer is B. So the best method for if they give you an equation is to put it in Desmos and then go to a gear button and change it to a table. And you can see a table of values. The next problem, number 2, it says the cost of hiring a machinist, the cost is Y, and the work hours X to repair a machine can be modeled using a linear function. The machinist charged a fixed assessment cost of $25 plus an additional cost of $35 per hour. The cost to repair the machine will cost no more than $305. What is the domain? So that's your X of the function. Let's look at our answer choices. I see a Y on B, so it cannot be B at all. Don't use that because we're looking for domain. And it cannot be D because D has a Y, and so we're going to get rid of D. So it has to be out of these two answers, A or C. All right? So what is the equation? We see this word pure. That means that this is slope. So my slope is equal to 35 because of this word here is indicating that that's the slope. And the fixed cost, that's my y-intercept. That's my b, which is 25. So my equation is going to be y equals 35x plus 25. All right? Make that a plus. Right. I go to Desmos, I put it in, and then I tell it to convert it by looking at, it's a gear over here on the side that you click on that and you say convert to a table, and it gives us these values. This asks, what is the domain of the function? The domain is always the hours because we see that in our problem. Here, we see the x values are the hours. And they can't go over 305. So I see that after 8 hours, the machinist is not going to charge me if he works beyond 8 hours. But 8 hours is my maximum my machinist will work to repair the machine. So the answer is 8. So the answer should be A. And that's it. That's how you do it. All right. Let me just show you quickly how to go to Desmos and put it in. So when I talk about the gear function here, you put in f of x is equal to negative 24. And then you go to the gear button and you click on this and say, convert this equation to a table. Now I don't see all my values, so I go down here and I put 3 and I press enter, so it knows that I want to continue going on one at a time. And I see all the values are x. The other one I was telling you about is the current equation about the machinist. I put y equals 35x plus 25, and then I click on my gear and I click convert to table. And here I can see some of the values. So I'm going to put 3 here, and it'll give me the value, and I just keep pressing enter, and it'll keep giving my value until I see 305, and that's how I know my answer was 8 hours. All right, that's it, guys. Hope you have a great day and get your exit ticket to 100. Thanks for coming to tutorials.